We're going to get to pinpoint second, which was what you utilized. But platform first. Let's talk about the left foot, because that's really the dominant foot here. So let's kind of line the left foot up how you think is a great way to explain, getting a great turn out of that front leg.
Yeah, I'd say, pretty close to the line here. The foot needs to be in that general direction. For me,
of that net post, obviously on the right there.
Of the net post over there on the right. For me, I don't want my toe pointed there, and the reason that is because I can't get into the motion as easily if I point my foot. My knee simply can't do that.
Sure.
So I turn it a little bit here, and whether you're, with the platform or whatever how you hit your serve, this is kind of a good general way to get into the motion you want.
Sure. Okay. So left foot, lining it up generally towards the net post, but as Jan Michael said, get a little more rotation out of that left foot just because it's going to keep the hips in a more turned position. Now, with the back foot, I think the reason a lot of players, Sampras, Djokovic, Federer, like the traditional stance or the platform stance is it's just well balanced and kind of simple, right?
It is very, very simple, easy to get into. Probably for a beginner, tennis player or somebody who's been playing a little while, wants to improve their serve, keeping it as simple as possible. It's an easy stance to learn because the balance is simply there.
Right, and I think, let me actually put your left foot there and kind of keep you in that platform stance. I think what's really nice about this stance is besides for a slight rocking motion, which is going to vary, from player to player, there's not much else going on in this stance until we get closer to contact. And I think simplicity is a really good theme for a lot of you out there. So try the platform where the feet just stay separated and, utilize a little bit of a rock. But for the most part, you just have to be aware of where that left foot is lined up to at the start of the motion.
Right.
The pin point stance. I'm going to just kind of bounce this idea off you, because you utilize this super well. The main idea is dragging that right foot up, correct?
Absolutely. So the pinpoint, or I always called it drag foot,
Yeah.
more of a caveman term, but is the idea is getting as much weight as possible coming, up and over the ball at contact.
Sure.
So, that for me, it was easier for me my mental to grasp, doing it that way. Although I really liked Pete Sampras' serve. I still think he's the best server of all time. And so when I was playing, I almost tried to copy his serve, tried to emulate his serve as much as possible and try to figure out how he did that. And though he was the platform, I drug my foot. I was just more used to it.
Yeah.
And it was just, for my brain, it just worked. So
so where exactly are you trying to position that back foot when you slide it up in your pinpoint?
So it just comes up right behind.
Cool. Okay, so as you guys can see, he's really tucking that back foot in, which, again, I think really loads your left leg. And probably the reason I think a lot of players, including yourself, use this, you feel like you're getting up and therefore maybe adding a little more power to your serve than maybe out of traditional.
Absolutely. For me, for some guys, it's this, but you have to understand that you're still trying to get here.
Sure.
For me, forcing myself here with the back leg drawing up was the key.
Sure.
One thing to be careful of is if you do try the drag foot, make sure that when you're dragging the foot up, you don't let it come outside of your front foot. It's very difficult, if this is happening, to keep my hips where I want them to get them into that nice load. If I do this, it draws it out and opens my hips up, and I'm going to lose a lot of power and really not able to get over the top of the ball.
Really good point. See what's more comfortable. For myself, it's more platform. For Jan Michael, it's pinpoint. See what's better for you in terms of your balance and your ability to push up out of the court, and then stick with that one.